Hey everybody, it's Saturday night. Saturday hockey talk. I haven't done one of these. I didn't realize since I think it was September 20th, just before the season started. No, just before training camp, I think actually. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but it is the Olympic break and we got lots of time here. There's no games for the men's tournament till till the 12th. I think it's a Tuesday. So next Tuesday. Anyways, we're gonna just talk about whatever you want. We've got the Olympic break, so the Habs are obviously off. I'm sure they're evaluating what they want to do. Trade deadline's coming up on the 6th of March. So, and I looked it up. There's 3 games. Once they come back for the Habs, there's 3 games till the trade deadline. The 4th game they play after is the night of the trade deadline. So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting what they do, and we're here to talk about that, I guess. So, let's see if anybody's here. 7 people here. If you're here, say hi. Let me know you're here, and whatever, like, you got any ideas what they might do, what roles they're looking to fill, that kind of stuff. That's what we're here to talk about. Let's see. Got just one comment. It's from Guru. Hey, Guru. Going okay. I mean, I'm hanging in. It's going okay. My cat's doing okay still, so that's always helpful. But yeah, no, it's going okay. I was out for most of the day, so what's funny, because I got home, I had supper, and I'm sitting here and getting ready for the thing. I'm watching some comedy videos on YouTube there, and whatever. I wake up and I look at it's 6 minutes to 8. It's like, oh my god. So I almost missed it, but I didn't. Hey there, Renegade Man. How's it going? Usual stuff. Getting ready for on Monday on our other channel, our NHL podcast, Pucking Around, is we're doing our 100th episode, and it is going to be a live show. So if you are interested, check that out on Monday. Believe at 7:30. So Monday at 7:30, we're doing a live 100th episode of Pucking Around podcast. So that's something interesting. Other than that, I mean, I'm not really doing. I'm going to be hopefully doing some writing tomorrow. I'm writing something for the for that episode, but I'm home all day. I'm going to be home probably a little bit more than normal because of the cat. So I'm going to be home a little bit more than normal because of that, taking care of her. So yeah, hopefully I'll do a little bit more poetry. So there's that. Did I check the new STM routes that will be implemented next month? I don't know if it will affect where you live. I heard about it, but I didn't check it out. As a matter of fact, I only heard about it a couple days ago. I guess on Facebook in the Dorval community group. I saw something. I didn't read the article, but I saw something about it. I don't take a lot of buses, so I'll deal with it as I need to, I guess. I don't know, but I don't take a lot of buses. So, in other words, I don't go a lot of places. I'm a homebody. I'm mostly home or at my ex-wife's place. Hey, Andre, how's it going, Andre? Good to see you out there. Hey, I want to see. Do I owe you something? No, it's not Andre. No. Yeah. Anyway, so whatever you guys want to talk about. What do you guys think the Habs are going to do when they get back? I mean, they can't do anything right now. There's a trade freeze. So what they can do is make deals that they can announce once they're back. I don't know the exact day. I think it's the 24th. That the trade freeze is over, or on the 22nd, because that's the gold medal game is the 22nd. So I don't know when they're gonna lift that. I don't remember what day that was. But the Habs are back on the 26th is their next game, so somewhere in between the end of the Olympics and that. I'm sure once the closing ceremonies are happening, the freeze must be over. Anyway, so what do you guys think? I hear they're looking for a first line winger to play with Nick and Cole. They're looking, well, I mean, maybe a goalie. I mean, I don't know. That's something they have to evaluate. Um, maybe some defensive help. I don't know. You can never have too many defensemen. As far as do I think they're going to make any big, huge moves? I kind of don't. Although I guess whatever winger might come in for a first line winger is going to probably be good name. I would imagine we're going to find out where Patrick Laine is going to be moved to, or that they couldn't make a deal. So those are the things I figure might happen. So I think they'll trade one of their three goalies, or they will stay put with all three. What three goalies are we talking about? They only have two up here. Are you talking about Fowler? Are you including Fowler in that, or you mean Kakkonen? I don't see them trading a goalie away. I would think if they're going to make that decision, I would think it's going to be Monty that would get moved. So I mean, but I don't think they're going to move Monty. Jordan Kyrou or Robert Thomas has been in discussion, but more of a pipe dream. Robert Thomas, I heard they want 3 roster players. So that's not happening. I don't know what the asking price is for Kyrou. But Robert Thomas is a pipe dream. Forget about Robert Thomas. Costs you way too much, and you're creating holes elsewhere, right? It's not, I mean, is it worth it if you create big holes elsewhere just to fill one? Especially when you know that second line center. I don't know. Kapanen's doing a fine job. I don't think they're looking to touch line two. I think they're just looking to find a winger for Cole and Nick on line one. So I think the moves that I'm kind of expecting to see from them, besides the winger, that'll be a big move in my opinion. But a depth for the bottom 6 depth guys that in case there's injuries they can bring in that can do the job. So I think that's what we're looking at. As far as goalies, I don't see them doing that. I don't see them making a move for a goalie. Because I don't think they're going to want to carry 3, and I don't think they're going to trade Monty away. I don't know how they're going to he got the new goalie coach, right? And we saw his first game after. He looked good. We've only got 3 games before trade deadline. Is that enough time to evaluate him in enough games before the deadline happens? I don't think so. So, no, I think not stuck with Monty. I still like Monty when he's playing well. He's a good goalie. So I think it's Monty and Dobish down the road for the rest of the season and the playoffs. Reinbacher. I think it's kind of the first time now you're hearing from, and I don't know if it's coming, where in the organization it's coming from, but you're kind of hearing people talking about it, I guess through the media, that they may be willing to move Reinbacher. It was last week, the week before. That's the first time. I mean, it's always been Reinbacher as an untouchable. But and I don't know if that's like coming from the organization or not. I don't have any way to verify that. But you're hearing it for the first time, not from fans. I'm talking about not from fans. So maybe I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they can conceivably move on from Reinbacher. I think if they chose to, I think they could. I'm not. I'm I don't know how to put it. I'd like to see Reinbacher succeed here and fulfill a promise that they had from him when he was drafted. But yeah, it might not happen. He's the only one from, I don't know if it's just the first, the top 10 in the first round from his draft year that has not played an NHL game. Hey there, Charles. Good to see you there, Charles. How's it doing out in Nassau? How's Nassau treating you? The weather? It's pretty cold here today. It's we had some really good weather and then we got a really cold day today. Tomorrow is supposed to be pretty cold, and then it'll start to warm up. From the long range forecast, what I'm looking at, it's going to start to warm up to by the time my birthday and a little after, we're going to be in the like -3, -4, -2, like that kind of temperature, which is for this time of year, it's fine. You got 70 degrees, man. What I wouldn't give for seven. I don't even know if it's 70 degrees in my apartment. You know, it's not that it's cold. It's not that cold in here, but it's cold outside. It's cold when I went somewhere, stayed there all day, then came back, and we walked a couple of blocks. Well, I had to walk the dog, so it was cold. Anyways, what else you guys want to talk about? Being out all day, I didn't hear any news. So if there was anything, I saw nothing of any kind of news about the Habs or really any hockey today. Well, this morning, I guess a little bit, but not. Didn't really see anything major. If there's anything out there that happened today, I would not have heard about it. So if you guys did hear anything, let me know in the chat here. You had some very cold weather last weekend. Between 40 and 55 for Nassau, man. That seems like that's really cold. Crazy. It was +10 in northern BC the other day. Wow. Yeah, I think spring's coming early. Well, I know in Quebec, what's his name? Fred Lamarmont, the groundhog, said early spring. So whatever that means, if it's whatever. But I mean, spring's not that far away anyway. We're getting there. We're already through the first week of February. We got only 3 more to go, and we hit March, and then another 3 weeks, and it's spring. BC is definitely British Columbia. Yeah, I mean, Guru's in Canada. Most people in the chat are in Canada. Not everybody, obviously, but most of the chatters are in Canada. Somewhere in Canada. Imagine there's a few Americans and there's a few people from around the world. You had -32 tonight. You said this night, so tonight, which would be last night for you. You're the next day already, so it's hard to get that. But like you're in, I'm not sure what part of Russia. So like you're obviously not in Siberia. So Siberia, was it last month or something? I saw they had fucking cold there. Yeah, crazy. But like, are you like in the warm part of Russia, or you're? And like, I imagine if it's -32 there, so you're in winter as well over there, right? Because you never know what part of the world, whether it's winter, summer, spring, whatever, you know. I'm not that knowledgeable about Russia. I did read a novel that sort of tackled a lot of the history of Russia. It was called what was it called? Ruska. It was a story, like a fictional story, written through the actual history of Russia through the years up to modern day. And it was really kind of cool. I don't know how much I learned from it, but it was a cool book. Let's see. Alexander is far east of Russia, not far from the ocean and Japan. Really? Oh, that's right. You both in Russia. I forgot. Alexander and Andre are both in Russia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they are, and I don't know. All I know is Russia's freaking big. Kind of like Canada. Russia's like a big, big country. You're also so you guys are in a similar area, and okay. So Charles asked about St. Petersburg. Anywhere near St. Petersburg? Andre, you're near St. Petersburg, yeah? Yeah, honestly, I don't know the layout at all. Besides, geography wasn't my best subject, and I dropped out of school in grade 10, so I didn't finish. I was I wasn't bad at history, but geography was never a good subject for me for some reason. I don't exactly know why. Okay, so you're not near St. Petersburg. That's so it's the it's you're far east, it's north. West, I mean, excuse me. I don't know how much of that I'll retain. I honestly I couldn't really tell you how much I'll retain, but you never know. If you keep telling me over and over and over again, eventually I'll remember. I mean, that's just eventually, you know. Uh, yeah. Anyways, school was so far ago. Whatever I learned in geography, I've forgotten many years ago. It is definitely it's 8. It's just after 8, like 20 after 8 here, almost, and it is definitely. I know it's the next day over there. Like Joe in Australia the next day. Charles, do you? I don't mind history. I just never. I don't know. It's not like I don't like geography and knowing where things are in the world. It just wasn't a good subject for me in school. School wasn't a good subject for me in school. With my ADHD, which I'm discovering is now probably it's AUDHD. Um, but this school and institutional things like that aren't a good match. There's the you know where the worst schools are. Here in North America. Most places around the world, schools are way better than what we have here. I don't know why that we've allowed that. The land down under. Yeah, that's right. Good song. Well, so far we haven't really talked hockey. Isn't that funny? And I don't mind. We can talk about whatever you want. Even though it's Saturday hockey talk, I don't. It's very informal. Talk about whatever you want. Just we try to stay away from things that make people mad. That's all. Which is politics, I guess. Right? There's enough politics and stuff on social media and everywhere else I freaking look. I don't need to talk about it here, is how I look at it now. Without commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you will never finish. And you know, it's funny because doing YouTube, it's a good model for YouTube because you need a commitment to start and to do it, and you got to do it, and then you got to be consistent. You have to be consistent. I mean, if it wasn't for these games lately, I would have fallen off a bit on my, video making. but because of the games and all that and all the pods, I'm very consistent. That's how I got into the program that I'm in with YouTube right now. I'm a really small channel, so it's not because of that. I don't do anything special really, but I'm consistent, and that's what got me in there. I consistently post for the last 7 years. Religion too, Charles. That's right. No need to talk about religion, and politics is it's everywhere else. We don't need to talk about it much in here. Listen, I'll mention it when it's important, but I'm not going to back down from it and run away from it and hide from it with what's going on. But I mean, here we don't really need to talk about it. Hey there, Paul. How's Paul doing? You day 15 with the flu. Paul, did you not get the flu shot though? Because I know you're older than me. You should have the flu shot. Now you could have still get the flu if you got a different strain, but I hope you at least got the flu shot. Because even if you do get the flu, it will be easier on you. Just like COVID. You get the COVID shot, you can still get COVID. I've had it 3 times, but you'd hardly know that I was sick with it each time I had it because I get my shots. You did? Awesome. So you got the flu, but it's not as bad as it would have been if you didn't get the shot, though, I'll tell you. But I hope you get better soon, man. 15 days. That fucking sucks, man. Usually when I get the flu, I've had the flu a few times in my life, right? Of course, I'm usually about a week. I'm sick for about a week. Once I had it really bad, I was 2 weeks. I had it for 2 weeks, so like you, I guess. That was a horrible one. But back in those days, I was younger and I didn't get my flu shot because I was an idiot. You fell asleep 2 games ago in the third and you missed the last game. Is that what you're saying? I have to remember. Winnipeg was a good game. As far as from our standpoint, it was a good game for them. What was it? On Monday, we played Minnesota. It was overall a good game, but I mean, not a good result. And they managed to get out of Minnesota without a problem, so that's always good. They were actually told too, to stay in their hotels, and if they do go and keep their passports with them at all times, no matter where they go. Imagine imagine that having to be instructed like that. You're a hockey team. How many times have they been there? Having to be instructed like that in the U.S. Again, no politics. Shut up, Rick. The Olympics are going to be great. I'm looking forward to the Olympic hockey. Definitely am. I definitely am. I'm not sure now what injuries there were at the last, so I didn't hear anything. So I still think that Canada's got the best team overall. But doesn't mean they're going to win for sure. But I feel good about Canada's chances for gold medal. And I'm going to be doing all the games. There might be one because I'm not sure what the 17th. I don't know if there's a game on the 17th. It is not my birthday, but my family, we're getting together to celebrate it on the 17th. So if there's a game, it will probably be early enough though that I can do the game and still do so because all the games are early. I think the last start is 3:30 Eastern time here. So if that's the case, I'll still be able to do the game. Bennett's in for who? Wasn't he in? Wasn't he named to the team? Or no, he wasn't. He was left out, eh? So he's in for who though? Who's he replacing? Anyways, Nick's there. Nick didn't get hurt. Nick's going to be in. That's what matters for me. Paul, you still say Sweden's gonna win the gold? I don't know. I looked at the lineups the rosters. Not that Sweden doesn't have a good team, but I don't think there's a team in the tournament that can match Montreal, can match Canada's forwards. Oh, for Torelli, that makes sense. That okay, that's who it is. Yeah, no, I got it. I don't think Canada's forwards are. I really don't think they can match up. Any other team can fully match up with the forward group. Goaltending might be a problem, but I mean Logan Thompson, if he's and I believe he's fine. There was an issue with a potential concussion. I don't think that he had a concussion in the end, so that should be fine. And Binnington plays good in big games, so like that, like the Olympics. So I think we're okay. Don't need the best goaltending to win a tournament. You need good goaltending, yes, but you don't need the best. You just need good, consistent goaltending. Till we meet the USA? Well, that would only happen, I believe, in the gold medal game. And you know what I say about the USA? This is what I say. They shouldn't be there anyway. Should have been banned from this tournament. And you know what? I don't give a shit. We're going to beat them. We beat them in the Four Nations. And with everything that's going on, we're going to be beating them even harder this time. That's what I say. But seriously, I don't even think they should be in this tournament. If Russia's not in this tournament, the USA shouldn't be. You asked me why? Paul Duffy, did you seriously ask me why should the USA not be in this tournament? Okay. It's called the news. Watch it sometimes. Just don't watch it on Fox because I know your age. Don't watch Fox. Hey there, Dan. Go Canada, go! Definitely. It's not biased. I don't think so. I looked at the rosters. I fully think that Canada really has the best forwards overall. So I think that's it's gonna take a lot of goal scoring. I think the U.S. left off um, Caulfield and Robertson, two of the best American goal scorers, and I think it's going to cost them. Ovechkin says Russia should be in. Yeah, Ovi can. You know what he can do about it. Sorry, Andre and Alexander, but just because you're in the room, I'm not going to change my mind on how I feel. So sorry. Got to take a stand. Andre, you think? Well, you say you support, but I mean, who do you think will honestly win? I imagine that means you think Canada is the better team without Russia there. And listen, Russia would be a very obviously strong team, but I don't feel they should be there. I think that's fine for me. But is it because you feel that besides Russia, Canada's the next best team? And there, Jay, the defense isn't as great as it could be for Canada. They left a lot of the best guys off. Oh, but I mean, the defense isn't bad. The defense doesn't look like it's going to be bad. It's not glaring. I don't think. You know what I mean? You have to see about Marchand. He was scratched 2 of the last 3 games. The game he played was he was -3. Yeah, okay, but it depends on how bad whatever's wrong with him is. They don't play till the 12th, so he's got a little bit of time yet. USA has the best defense in the tournament. On paper, they have the best goaltending too, but Hellebuck's there for one of them. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I think Russia's got, if you Russian players, I think you fill out a team quite nicely, personally. They went with experienced defense where you're talking about Canada. Yeah, I don't have a problem with their defense. And yeah, I don't have a problem with their defense from what I remember. I'm not I couldn't rattle off all the names off the top of my head. I'll give you that. But I mean, I was fine with what I had seen. How come Caulfield was not on USA? Because Bill Guerin's an idiot, if you ask me. Same thing for Jason Robertson. The two top USA goal scorers, you left them off the team? Really? In a tournament, especially in a tournament where goals matter. Goals matter. That's a tiebreaker, isn't it? Goals scored, like that's a goals matter. Pareko and Hardy have done nothing this year, but it doesn't necessarily mean that in the tournament they're going to be bad. It doesn't. And Hardy was good in the Four Nations. Hardy was really good in the Four Nations, so we'll have to see. Maybe that will cause Canada not to win. That could be. I mean, I'm not saying that 100% we're going to win. I like our chances. But Jay, listen, no matter what the team is that they name, there's going to be people that say, well, this guy should be on or that guy should be on, because the truth of the matter is they have to leave good players off the team. They can't put everybody on. So no matter who they name, people are not going to like it. There's going to be complaints or whatever. So you've watched Russian teams since back in '72, and you missed them in tournaments. Let's see. U.S. beat them in the Olympics in 1980. They won. Didn't they win a couple of Olympic gold medals too? So I don't know how you missed them. This thing right now currently is only in the last 4 years, no? So listen, every team in the tournament to some extent is beatable. But I think I saw that lineup too. Looked pretty good. No doubt about it. If there was a Russian team, they'd be dangerous in this tournament. But they're not in the tournament, so you can talk about it if you want. They're not in the tournament. And them not being in the tournament doesn't delegitimize whoever wins the tournament. Not in my opinion. But that's me. So nobody's got any opinions on like what Montreal might do when they get back from the Olympic break? Because I feel that I mean I don't know who they're going to make moves on, but I kind of feel they're going to find whatever players they want to trade for in this break, and I think they'll probably make a move before the deadline day. Yeah, Jay, I hope that it's line eight that they've made a move. Like nothing big, doesn't have to be anything big, but if they've managed to move line A out, yeah. I read, I don't know if you guys watch my podcast, but I've had Ryan Sporer on a couple times. He's a writer for the hockey writers, and I met him at the Four Nations. And I don't always agree with everything he writes, but in general, I do. I like his writing and I like his opinion, but he had an opinion that I didn't agree with, and that is that they should not trade Line and they should keep him. And if they're going to keep Monty here with everything, then they should forgive Line for whatever and give him another chance and all. I don't agree with that. I really don't. I don't think there's a spot here for him. I don't think he fits. I think you can do a lot better finding somebody else or other players that fit better with the team than Line does, because there's no room for him on the top six, and he's the player that should be playing on the top six. Who said today they are in the playoffs and the ice will be fast and they will be fresh? Who said that? Find a big number 6 right D that they trust more than Arbor and Struble. Well, I don't think Arbor's going anywhere, but I could see Struble actually being traded. And I don't disagree in general with what you're saying. That in that I think Montreal might be looking to strengthen their decor a little bit, and possibly with some size, as long as the skill is there too in that whatever player. But Paul, you didn't ask me who. You said they. They is what? Who they? They who? And if I'm correct, they're eighth. They might be sixth. I thought they might be eighth. I'm not sure where they are actually. Somewhere eighth and better. I know the Habs are that high in the league. But you still didn't say who we talk. Are we talking about the Habs? They are a sports writer. Is there a sports writer named they? Who does he write for? Does they have a last name? Is they just like a pronoun for them, like they them? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't know who they is. So the Habs, a sports writer said today that the Habs are in the playoffs and the ice will be fast. Now, how do they know the ice will be fast? Because we don't know who they're going to be playing in the playoffs. So how do we know their ice is going to be fast? Unless, of course, you have a crystal ball, or maybe like Biff in Back to the Future, you've got that magazine and you know what's happening and what's going to happen. That it? All right. Anybody else got anything? Because no one skated on what? The ice at the Bell Center? So because no one skated on it for 3 weeks, it's going to be fast? How do you figure that? Are there any shows there? If there's any shows, that means they take the ice out. And then they make the ice like, or they cover it up. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but it doesn't mean the ice is going to be fast because they didn't play there. What if they're on a road trip for, long road trip? They could be gone for a couple of weeks. Does that mean the ice when they get back is super fast for a game or two? I just don't understand the logic. If because maybe because it'll be empty, no one's skating on it. They make it really cold in there. Then maybe the ice would be really fast. I don't know a player named Phelan. You? Who we talking about again? So, Paul, what do you think? They make it like a refrigerator in the Bell Center when there's no hockey on? I don't think that's what happens. And there might be some shows there. I don't know if there are, but there might be some shows in the 3 weeks off. So I don't know. Frankly speaking, you didn't know that the Olympics started, and you think Russia should not participate in any Olympics further on. Well, if you keep going the way it's going, they won't. Dauphin? You mean Dauphin? Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I kind of know what's going on in Laval. I don't follow it closely, to be honest. But I mean, Dauphin can have as great a season as he wants. He's not going to do anything in Montreal. Yeah, about 20 minutes left. Um, let's talk about shit. What do I have going on? Not much. Yeah, just a show on Monday, and then where are we? What day are we today now? 7, 2, 8, 9. It's Thursday. Next Thursday is when the first men's tournament game is on. So that the first two games, I guess it's Thursday, Friday. Let me see the teams: Czechia and France, I think. But they're early games, so 10:30 in the morning is the start time for the first two games. So I'll be doing those games. So I'll be here. I don't know who else will be, but I will. What is 7? Why'd you write 7? I have no idea. All right, so yeah, so I got this is what's coming up next week. Is nothing. I don't know. I hope to write some poetry. I'm gonna if I do, I'll make a video. Oh, you know that one I wrote about the last 8 games before the Olympic break. So I'm gonna continue it because I finished it, but I'm gonna continue now after the games are done and write about like what happened, and then I think I'm gonna do a video on that if it's not too long. So I've got that coming up. 7 are all early games today's date. For what? You talking about the AHL? Yeah, I don't I mean I don't know how I'd watch them. I don't get any um I don't know how I would get those games. You gotta pay to get to Laval games. I'm already paying to get the Habs games. I'm not doing that for the Laval games. Don't get old. Just picked up my whatever, and it hurt my wrist. Jesus. Ow. Today, the Olympics, any games are women's. It's only the women's games that are on. The women's tournament's on, the men's tournament's not on. If you're talking about any other sports that they're doing, I don't know. I didn't see anything today. I don't have the interest that I usually do for the Olympics for this year so I haven't seen anything yet. I usually have a lot of interest for the Olympics, and I don't know, this year doesn't I don't really care. Hey Johnny. How you doing, buddy? I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, Andre, you missed it then. I already said that. I don't think the US should be there at all. I don't think they should be there at all. And I think kind of one of the reasons why I don't think I'm watching is I don't want to see them on the podiums either. I don't want to see the flag raised. I don't want to hear the anthem. And I'm dual citizen. I was born down there, so I'm essentially an American. I'm both, but so and I don't think they should be there either. I would think Hughes is working the phones. Yeah, he had like 20. Once they lift the freeze, he had like 20, 21 days. I'm not sure exactly to see what he can pull off. So I would think he's going to be on the heavily on the phones. Andre, it wouldn't have been fair for me to say, well, I don't think Russia should be there, but yet the U.S. should. No, I mean, I think I'm fairer than that. But anybody who's got that point, like, you're a hypocrite if you're going to say Russia, Russia, and then, oh, well, the U.S. is okay. No, you're a hypocrite then. Sorry. My opinion. It's my opinion. I'm allowed it. I think I'm still allowed it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Isn't that horrible? Don't know anymore if you're allowed an opinion and to say your opinion in a public space. That's crazy, but that's where we're at. We're at a very, very dangerous time in our history. That's all I can say. So you gotta laugh because if you don't laugh, you're just gonna cry every goddamn day. You know what I mean? And on that happy note, something is coming. I think my neighbors haven't said. No, I'm just joking. Gordon said we have too many players. We have too many players. Yeah, one of them is named Patrick Line. They do. I mean, they listen. Moves are coming. Moves are coming. I unless they find a guy for that first line wing that they're looking for, I don't think it's anything too explosive. But they're going to make some moves. Is Line gone? I think he will be. I mean, okay, so you sound surprised. Where would you play him though? Like if he comes back, where would you put him in the lineup? Because that's the question. Like, where is he going to play? He's not a bottom six guy. They were playing him on the bottom six, and he's not a bottom six guy. And there's no room in the top six for him. So where are you going to play him? So he's kind of got to go. Newhook is coming back in. Where are we now? About a month and a little more than a month, I think. So Newhook's still about a month away. Newhook's coming back after the trade deadline, is what unless he comes back early, that which I guess is a possibility, but I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. But I believe it's supposed to be the 14th of March, somewhere around there. Which in itself is like getting like making a trade and getting a guy, in the lineup when Newhook comes back. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of moves they're gonna make. And Newhook is not the guy on the wing on line one. That's not your answer there. Doc is playing well on that first line, so maybe they decide that they don't make a move. That's a possibility too for that. I might have read that. But yeah, no, Doc is doing fine. I have no complaints about Doc. I'm just going by what Matt talks to a bunch of writers. He's got a few sources, and he is hearing that Montreal is looking to possibly add a first line winger for, first line winger. It doesn't mean they will, and maybe Doc has played well enough that they go, you know what? Yeah, he's doing fine. There's 25 games left. The only problem is it's Doc, and he could be any shift. He could be out for 6 weeks. You don't know. That's the problem for me with that. Yeah, John, and they're not signing him again. So he's a UFA. If they don't find anywhere to move him, he's walking. And they're not signing him. So yeah, if they can get anything. Personally, I think just moving the contract and getting the cap space back, because they'll probably have to retain something. So if they have to retain whatever's left over, and that's a good thing. Because I don't think there's going to be much return, honestly, for Line a draft pick, maybe. Maybe. The return from Panarin was more than. Don't you feel that was like that's all they got for Panarin? But I mean, he was going to be a UFA, so he is going to be a UFA. And they didn't. Did they sign him? Yeah, no, they signed him for 2 years. So yeah, I don't know. They got nothing back for him. Like I was really surprised that that's all they got. So yeah, a little light, I would say. Part of it though was apparently Panarin would only waive to go to LA, so your leverage is gone. So that could be the reason. Robert Thomas, I heard they want 3 roster players for him. Not doing that. So just if in case anybody doesn't know what that means, is you can't give like Laval's players 3 guys on your roster right now for Robert Thomas. And it's not going to be guys in your bottom 6 in general. It might be 1. So that's too much. Line gone, they gain 8.7, but if they have to retain, they gain whatever they have left over after what they retain. Thomas is hurt. You sure about that? Is he hurt to the point where he won't be healthy in 3 weeks when they're back in? If he's not hurt to that point, then it doesn't matter. Johnny, I've been talking about Ryan O'Reilly since the season ended last season. A little after I did a video, targets video. And I think they were seriously looking at O'Reilly, but apparently the Preds want a little too much for him. And he's a center. And when I was talking about it, it was for a second line center. I think Kapanen is doing the job. I don't think they're looking to replace Kapanen. Now, is Ryan O'Reilly a first line winger? That could be at his age to play wing isn't unheard of. If that's the case, then yeah, they might be looking at Ryan O'Reilly. And I do like that pickup if it is Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly's not burnt out. He's playing on a shitty team and he's frustrated as hell. And if you go and look at his numbers, which I did a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, they weren't bad. And it might have been a little bit longer. His numbers were just fine. And he was playing center and his numbers were just fine. No, nothing wrong with O'Reilly. But he's kind of fed up, I think, being there. So Panarin did have a no movement. He had to waive to go to LA. And he only wanted LA. It was only LA. And when you do that, you know you're limiting the team in what they can get because there's no leverage anymore. There's no leverage. because there's no other teams knocking on the door in a bidding war or anything like that. So, you know, so if you look at it in that light, kind of, I still think they got not enough. Even in that light, right? I still think they didn't get enough, but hey, ow, I don't know what I did to my wrist. Jesus Christ. That came out of nowhere. O'Reilly is having a good season. I mean, he's not having like a 90-point season, but considering his age and the team he's playing on, I think he's having a good season. It wasn't when I looked at it, I think he was the first. So he's leading the scoring or right up the top of the scoring on their roster. So, yeah, he's fine. And I mean, I would imagine playing with Nick and Cole, I think O'Reilly would be okay. But I don't know if, I don't know if he's still a first line guy. Let's put it that way. I don't know if he still is. So I kind of don't think O'Reilly is the guy they're looking for now. But I don't know who. I don't know. And we can come up with a lot of names, man. I'm sure we can come up with names, and then they'll make a move. It'll be like, we never even thought of that guy, like that kind of thing. So that's probably what will happen. And that is if they make a move. Because if, they may feel comfortable enough with Doc. They may. And also because they may not either find a deal, or when they do find something, and they might not be able to negotiate the deal through, So who knows? All right. Anyway, another couple of minutes, and then it's time to go. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff tomorrow. It's a busy day tomorrow. A Super Bowl is also tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably have it on. I don't know how much I'll watch, but I'll probably have it on. What else am I doing tomorrow? Yeah, just usual stuff. All right. I think I'm going to take off there now. Yeah, just thanks for being here as always. It was fun to do another Saturday Hockey Talk. It's been a while. And I dare say this summer going to be a lot less of them because I think we're going to have playoff hockey. Although, that's every 2 days, so we'll have some then as well. But anyways, it was good to do another Saturday Hockey Talk. How was it? September, October, November, December. It's been like 4 months since the last one. All right. Yeah, I don't really care who's in the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. It's not the reason I'd be watching, but just I'll have it on. It's on Crave, by the way. If you don't know where to watch it, I know it's on Crave. CTV's got it on there, so it's on CTV. There's plenty of places to watch it, I'm sure. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll be back. I don't know when the next Saturday Hockey Talk, but you'll be seeing me on here. I guess we're doing the Abnormals tomorrow. Although Matt's not feeling well, he said he's sick as a dog. I think he has the flu, so it's possible I'll be doing it alone. I'm not sure, and that's when you'll see me next. That's it. And then check us out on Pucking Around on Don't Puck with Media, the other channel. Check that out. Monday, our live 100th episode. Yeah, check that out. And that's it. Till then, stay safe out there, everybody. Peace out. Really, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And I will see you soon. Have a great rest of the night. It's still pretty early. And yeah, see you soon. Ciao, everybody. Have a good one. And I don't all of a sudden don't remember what I got to do. All right. Ciao, everybody.